What's up, Leo? This is your March 2023 main monthly reading. I had to think there for a second. That doesn't even sound or feel right still. Damn. We're already like a quarter into the year. It's crazy. Nuts, man. Okay. Fuck, it flies by so fast. Anyway. March 2023 for Leo. Okay. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description of this video. Yes, the sale is still going on. I don't plan on changing that anytime soon for those of you who keep asking. Okay, let's jump into this. To start these off, we're focusing on, yes, the past person, but general outline on past, present, future. General outline on past, present, future. Let's see. But we're primarily focused on the past. Okay. Some of you could have connected with somebody at the workplace. I know that's not everybody. So if not, just disregard that. But I had to say it because it flew out. Okay. Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. Ooh, you connected with somebody in the past. When you connected with this person, one of you was in a really vulnerable place. Can't tell who it was, so take it however it resonates. Could have been both of you, in which case it would have been like a trauma bond. Oh, I feel like there's at least one of you. I know there's at least one of you where you just got cheated on. They just got cheated on. And the two of you came together like, we both just got cheated on. Let's fulfill each other. And that doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. But whatever, whether it was one, the other, or both of you, somebody was in a very vulnerable place when the two of you connected. Creeping up into the present moment. Yeah, Ace of Swords in the reverse. I'm feeling like this person doesn't really know how to approach you. They don't really know what to say. And I feel like they're just kind of off, kind of alone, doing their own thing. It doesn't really look like, if they have found somebody new, or if they've been trying to find somebody new, it hasn't been a very successful venture, not a very successful journey. I kind of feel like they have something that they want to say. They just don't know how to say it. So they're just not. So creeping up into the future, both of you are still contemplating whether or not to clear the air. Thinking about, should I try to reconcile with this person? Should I try to see if we can put the past in the past? But I'm not seeing a decision being made as far as that goes. They still think about you a lot, and they probably will be thinking about you for a while. Seven of Swords. We got all these swords. Got all kinds of swords here. Swords. Look at all these swords. Could be an air sign for some of you. Lots and lots of swords. Okay. Whatever. Let's see how this person feels about you. How's this person feeling about Leo? What are their feelings about you? Their thoughts? What do their intentions look like? What's their energy look like? Yeah, see, they want to talk to you. They do. Like I said, I feel like they have something to say. They just don't know how to say it. Page of Swords upright, Knight of Swords reversed. They have something to say. They just don't know how to say it. This person is extremely immature, aren't they? Good Lord. Extremely immature energy coming through here. Now, I don't know what age group you are, but if somebody laid these cards down and said, guess this person's age, I would say like 18. This looks like high school shit. Just the energy here. The energy looks like the energy of a high school kid. Now, I know there's plenty of you out there in your 40s. Like, oh, no, they are a grown adult. Well, sorry. Their energy doesn't show it. Nope, it sure don't. But I feel like this person is still like they're nervous. They're too afraid to talk to you. They're too afraid to talk to you. With the Knight of Swords reversed, they're nervous. They're too afraid to try to talk to you. It honestly just doesn't look like it's coming from a bad place. I know that's going to make a lot of you mad, especially those of you who were done very dirty. But let me explain it to you like this. When you are dealing with somebody who's not mature, and see, that's the slippery slope when somebody's immature. Because immature doesn't mean bad. It doesn't mean that they are malicious, that they have malicious, bad intentions. They're just immature. So when you see that, yeah, I know you're a little bit immature, but it's coming from a good place, we hold on to hope that one of these days that maturity is going to take over and they're going to have common sense, and they don't. They don't. So our expectations are a little too high when they don't even have the bandwidth to operate on the maturity level that you do. Then they can end up doing really stupid things, which make us think that they're a bad person when it didn't come from a bad place to begin with. They were just very immature. This is why this slope is slippery as hell, dude. Like, yeah. Okay. They think that you're happy without them, though. I don't know if you are or if you're not. But they see you looking like you're happy where you're at. You're good without them. So they're definitely too afraid. They're too afraid to talk to you. Well, let's see if any action is going to be taken. Any action going to be taken? Emperor. That's not a very action-packed card. Nope. Page of Cups reversed. Not seeing any action being taken. Okay, we got to get the advice then. What's the advice for Leo? Would it be a good idea for Leo to communicate with the person from the past? What would happen? Would that be a good idea? What's the advice here? Okay, wait for an opportunity. If the opportunity makes itself available, 10 of Wands though. So just think about this. Think about this and meditate on this, especially for those of you dealing with a situation that ended a long time ago. See, sometimes our minds can play tricks on us. You know, like you part ways with somebody and your memory just kind of does whatever it wants to do. Very frequently, our memories can only hold on to the things that it wants to hold on to. It, just an ego-based defense mechanism to keep your psychological health intact. A lot of times your memory can say, okay, fuck that, don't want to remember that, don't want to remember that. Let's take this memory, and let's just stuff those under the rug and not think about those. And then our memory can just paint this elaborate bullshit picture to where we don't even really remember how that person was. So we try to think back on it, and our memory can sometimes construct a false picture of who this person was. And just remember, try to remember as vividly as possible who you walked away from, because they're still the exact same person. Okay? Do not get your hopes up. Do not set your expectations real high. Just do not let your imagination get the best of you. Do the best that you can to try to control your tongue too. I just have a feeling that for some of you, you're going to hit this person up and they're going to say the wrong thing to you. And it's going to make you snap. And it's going to remind you, oh yeah, Okay. Yep. Now I remember. Okay. And you're going to have a little memory refresher course. Because, yeah, some of you may not be holding on to the most vivid memory of who this person was. I know that's not everybody. I'm talking to those of you dealing with somebody you haven't talked to in 6 to 8 months. So just think about it. And when you see an open doorway of opportunity, go for it. And you can communicate with this person if you want. Just don't get your expectations too high. Okay. All right. Let's look at singles. Singles. Single Leos and the person they are interested in. Single Leos. You falling in love with this person, ain't you? You falling in love. 2 more. Okay, I do see the 2 of you connecting. Ooh, this looks like it's about to turn into a relationship. Yep. Wow. It looks like this is probably going to end up turning into a relationship pretty quick, honestly. The only thing that kind of concerns me is this. Some of you have such intense feelings for this person that might kind of lead you to overlooking some red flags. Now, when I say red flag, I'm not just talking about those big, huge, obvious red flags. Those two. What I'm talking about is the little shit. Those little teeny, you know how many relationships out there end up getting flushed down the toilet. And it's all because of little teeny bullshit red flags that were overlooked over a long period of time that keep adding up and adding up and adding up and adding up. Like, say, for example, you go to meet up with them somewhere and they're 15 minutes late. Damn, dog. That must not have been that important to you. It was important to me. I showed up here 15 minutes early and you showed up 15 minutes late. Oh, well, I really like this person. I'm sure they didn't mean it. Or they say, okay, well, I got to get to work now in the morning. I'll text you on lunch. And they don't. It's like, how long does it take for you to pull your phone out of your pocket and say, yo, what's up? Sorry, I just want to let you know something came up. I'm not ignoring you if I don't respond to you. How long does that take? Little things, little teeny weeny things. Your actions aren't really matching up with your words. You're kind of being a little bit inconsistent. The little red flags. Really intense feelings and something starting up and moving really, really, really quick sometimes can let us overlook little things like that. And then they start building up and 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 building up. Next thing you know, 6 months, 8 months, a year down the line, boom, it explodes into a big, nasty fight. You always do this and you always do that. Well, maybe they wouldn't always do that if you had mentioned it and nipped that in the butt in the beginning. Yo, we were supposed to meet here at 10. That's not cool. This is the only time I'm going to sit around and wait on you like this. Nope. This is one time. That's it. Next time you ain't here when you say you're supposed to be here, I'm gone. You're going to show up and I'm not going to be here. Straight up. Like for real, you got to lay the law down in the beginning. So I kind of trailed off a little bit on that, but yeah, that shit's important, man. I'm telling you. Let's see this person's intentions, though. Let's see. Okay, the King of Wands in the upright. So I don't think that they have any intentions of playing games. All right, last one. Ah, yeah, okay, Knight of Cups. Okay. So I think they mean well. They do mean well, but they may just not really be the most experienced person in the world. Not really. This person may struggle financially a little bit, maybe a little bit immature. They do have feelings for you, though, and they do mean well. They don't have any intentions of playing games. They're not up in their head. They're not wishy-washy. I think they know exactly what they want. So I think they do mean well, but they may be kind of scattered and unorganized and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, like if they do something that's inconsistent, it really genuinely might not be coming from a bad place. It might not. Maybe, but if you're that scattered and unorganized, well, then you got to get your damn priorities in order. Yeah. Especially you meeting somebody new, you connecting with somebody new, and you're going to make your first impression showing up late to the date. It's got to be more important to you than that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's coming from a good place, though. I think this person's just a little bit scattered and a little unorganized. They may not really handle their business very well. Coming from a good place, though. Okay. Well, let's look at the outcome then. Let's take a look at this outcome. Okay. 8 of Wands reverse. Man, poor communication. I saw poor communication that last spread, too. I forgot to mention that. Page of Wands reversed. Ace of Cups reversed, man. I'm still seeing some bumps in the road here. Bumps in the road, possibly some disagreements. You kind of maybe taking a little bit of a step back, a little bit freaked out, a little bit worried, wondering whether or not this is the right thing to do. Okay, what's the advice then? We got to jump straight into the advice here. I kind of felt like I already gave you enough advice, but let's see. 6 of Pentacles, equal. Give and take. Equal. We need equal give and take. Death card reverse. So we don't need to end this right away. We don't. We just need to figure out the best way to... Now, when I say the best way, I mean the most efficient, mature way to lay the law down at the beginning. Let them know what you're going to put up with, what you won't put up with. Like, for real. But do it in a way that doesn't push them away and trigger their defenses at the same time. You know, you can figure out how to word that in a way that's like, yeah, one thing I'm not cool with is somebody who says one thing and does another. If that's fine. If you're really not going to do that, then don't say it. That's fine. You don't have to say it to try to impress me. But if this thing that you're saying is something that you're probably not really honestly going to do, that's okay. Just don't say you're going to then. Don't say that. Because I'll have a lot more respect for you if you just admit that that's probably something you're not really going to do, than for you to say you're going to and then me see you not do it. Same thing with being late. It's the principle of the matter. The principle of the matter is, how reliable are you? That's the point. It's not like I'm missing something. It's not like I'm pressed for time. It's the principle of the matter. Can I count on you to live up to an agreement? I said be here at 10, not 10:01, not 10:05, fucking 10. If you can't be here at 10, then can I fucking really rely on you to do anything else? See what I'm saying? Just find out how to lay the law down for these little things in the beginning, because this has potential. This does have potential. But again, the little shit, the little teeny weeny little things like that you don't think are going to matter, that shit adds up over time. And it can lead to some ugly interactions a year down the line, 2 years down the line. Okay. General messages. Woo! There goes the ear. Okay, Spirit. Gotcha. All right, general. General, career, finance, friends, family, anything but love. Uh-oh. Something about to come to an end, or you're afraid something is about to come to an end? Ace of Coins is in the upright, though. Temperance reversed. Some of you, I'm kind of feeling like, are afraid. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay. It almost feels like you're afraid that a worst case scenario is going to happen. And again, this is anything but love. So this is not romantic relationship related. Maybe it's your job. Maybe some of you are afraid that your career is hanging on by a thread and it's about to come to an end. And you're like panicking, freaking yourself out. If that resonates, the answer is no, it's not going to happen. One thing that I always try to keep in mind, because we're all humans. We all have those little asshole thoughts that end up getting away and running off and freaking us out. Take a step back and remember, there is a timeline where that happens. But there's also a timeline where that doesn't happen. Always try to stop if you're worried about this thing happening. Oh my God, what if this happens? What if it happens? Oh my God, what if it happens? What if it happens? What if this happens? There is a timeline where that happens. There is also a timeline where that doesn't happen. Which one am I going to sit around and think about? Because currently, both timelines exist in the same place. Up here. Why would I sit around and feed my creative life force energy to the one I don't want? Is that going to fix anything? No. As a matter of fact, all I'm doing is increasing the chances of taking that timeline. That's all I'm really doing. See, the ego is kind of stupid. The ego thinks that it's going to figure out a way to prevent that timeline. That's what the ego is trying to do. The ego is kind of stupid, though. The ego doesn't realize that what it's actually doing is increasing the chances of taking that timeline. The more I sit around and paint that picture in my mind, the more life force energy I'm breathing into that timeline. See what I'm saying? It's like I'm approaching a crossroads, and if I'm focused on this one, I'm going towards this one. You understand the point that I'm making. I don't need to go any further on that. But all I'm saying is, for those of you who have been letting your thoughts get the best of you, stop. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Unless you choose to worry about it. Then you might give yourself something to worry about. So, okay. Random general freestyle advice. This is any kind of advice. Whatever Leo needs to hear the most. Random general freestyle advice for Leo. 6 of coins reversed. Okay, I haven't done this one in a while. It's okay. It's okay to put yourself and your needs as your number one priority. As long as your intention behind doing so is that so you can be of service to others. This is where people get confused. Okay, there has been a very dark force manipulating the way that we think for eons, very successfully. And while we could go on all day talking about that, one of the many ways that they have trained us to hijack ourselves in our own mind is we have been led to believe that completely depleting yourself to serve others makes you a good, virtuous person. And at any given time, if you ever put yourself as your number one priority, you are a bad, selfish person. That is a load of bullshit. How many of you have heard the story of the 2 lumberjacks? I'm sure some of you have heard this. But for those of you who haven't heard this, I'm going to tell you this little proverb, okay? 2 lumberjacks. They both show up to the cutting yard every morning at 9 a.m. And they both leave every day at 5 p.m. But every day at lunch, one dude leaves and he stays gone for a whole hour. And he comes back and he cuts more wood than the dude who doesn't leave. So the dude finally goes, "What is it that you're doing? You leave every single day for an hour. And I stay here and I keep cutting wood all day, and you still cut more wood than me. Where is it that you're leaving? Where are you going?" He says, "I go home and sharpen my axe." This is a perfect example of why it not only is okay, but it's mandatory for you to know how and when to put yourself as your number one priority when the time is right and when it's appropriate. If you don't, you are of service to no one. Think about that. And that's okay. Learn to trust the process. You know, a good 90 to 95% of the spiritual path is not having a clue what's around the corner and being okay with that. Yep. Nobody likes to know that. The ego hates hearing that because the ego wants to know everything that's going to happen, wants to know what's coming, how to navigate it, how to solve the puzzle. First, I have to do this, then I have to do that. And then once I do this, I can do that. And if this happens, then I'll do that. But if this happens, then I'll do that. And if this doesn't work out, I'll have a backup plan. And the ego likes to try to think that it has it all figured out because it wants to think that it's in control, when the reality of the matter is the ego has never been in control, nor will it ever be. So, you know, you're walking a true spiritual path when you're like, I have no idea what's coming. But I do know one thing. The universe has my back, and it's going to work out better than I ever imagined possible. I know it is. How? I don't know. I don't know how. I just know that it is. Even if I try this thing and it fails, doesn't matter. It's still going to work out better than I ever imagined. When? I don't know. How? I have no idea. Where? I don't know. Who? I have no clue. I don't need to know. I'll know after it's done. That is a true spiritual path. All right? Okie dokie. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again, y'all, for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback you guys show me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.